Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are going to open this month's Ice Cream Beauty box. I will go into pricing and then we are going to do a try-on at the end of this one. I normally don't, but I used to with my Ipsy and BoxyCharms years ago. So we'll do a try-on in this video. Let me know if you guys like that or if you don't care. If you see me try the products on, let me know. But yeah, I'll go into this a little bit more. I will also have this subscription link down below if you want to try it out. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you take a moment, subscribe. I do open this box every month. I also get the Ice Cream Beauty bag. So if you haven't seen that video, that should come up. I usually get the bag later than the box. So it should be coming up in the next week. But yeah, let's jump in. This box is $25, which is what BoxyCharm used to be. Retails for, what did I just say? $25, 5 full-size items is what I meant to say. Like what BoxyCharm used to be. It's all indie brands, so you're not going to see a ton of mainstream in here. But it's been really nice because like Wicked Widow has had 2 different palettes and boxes, and I'm excited. There is another brand that I've been wanting to try with a palette in this box. So you do get to try some really nice indie brands. So let's open it up. The only thing I've done so far is I did do my eyebrows. So they do include a card. It has some details about the product and then the price, which is nice because you don't really get this in the Ipsy and BoxyCharm boxes anymore. But first thing in here is the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illuminating Face Cream. It says you can apply to clean skin over or under foundation or moisturizer. So it's supposed to be some sort of a glowy something or other. This retails for $36. What does it say? In order to get the important note for manufacturer, in order to get the air pump to work correctly, you will need to unscrew the cap and push the product up until it appears in the neck. Screw the cap back on and shake the tube well. It may come out a little watery at first, but this is all normal. It may take a few pumps to get the vacuum working. It kind of sounds like it's well, BB creams are supposed to have a little bit of color. This is in the shade Grace. I'm assuming it's like a glowy base. This is in the shade Grace. I didn't say that. Apply to clean skin over or under foundation. How would you put it over the foundation? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's like a highlighter. Okay. Like the Charlotte Tilbury and the e.l.f. Yeah, it kind of looks like a glowy. So you could use this as a highlighter, or you could mix it in with moisturizer, or you could put it underneath the foundation. It looked like there was product up in the thing. Let's shake it. Let me fiddle with this just to get it out. I had the same issue with my sunscreen. So here it is by itself. So yes, you can use it as a highlighter. And then I would recommend mixing it in. So I already put some on just because I haven't done skincare since this morning. But this is the Laura Geller Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. It's just a hydrating primer. So I'm going to squeeze some of this in with this, and we'll do it like that at the end of the video. I'll just put some more on and we'll be able to see it. But I really like Gerard Canvas's eye base. I think I got the nude, the fair shade in like a Try Beauty box, and then we actually got the white version in here, and I really like, that's my favorite eye primer. So I'm excited to try this. Again, I got the shade Grace. This seems like a little more of a champagne-y color. I think there's different shades, but it does take a minute to get it going. But like I said, pumps like that, I've had that issue where you got to really like work it up into the little, because the tube doesn't go all the way down. It's like a little stubby tube. So I got it working. I just shook it up in and then pumped, and then eventually the air got out, so it was fine. So again, that retails for $36. The other Gerard product in here, let's see, the innovative product can be used as an anti-aging primer to prepare and illuminate the skin, mixed in with your foundation or tinted moisturizer for radiant glow. Uses a liquid highlighter, all over body glow. You can mix it in with your favorite lotion. So that's just more about this. So the other product is $24. So this is a gloss. Oh, and there's a mirror on here. I was like, what is it telling me? It says peel off right there. So there is, you can see yourself. There is a mirror, which is handy. And then it's just an orangey shade. I have shade Salmon, which I think is fitting. Again, retails for $24, I said, I think. This has kind of a vanilla smell. I, again, think there was different shades because some of them are talking about shimmer. This one has no shimmer in it. It's just glossy. It's a very thick formula. Very thick. Like there was a lot of skipping when I was putting that on. It's definitely shiny, but it's very thick. It's kind of like a vanilla frosting smell. The other thing in here that I really like is the Appeal gel liner. I don't know if I have this color. I'm gonna open it and we'll use it anyway because I do keep makeup upstairs in my bathroom. So if I have a duplicate in something like this, it's not the end of the world because I do like Appeal's formula for their gel liners. I think I have some eyeliners too, but let me get the plastic. I have this color. So this is the shade Next Level. Again, I like Appeal's. I just hate sharpening these like plasticky. I just as soon give me a wooden like pencil. They sharpen so much better, but that's okay. We have something from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. We got one of these before. This is a loose duochrome powder. Doesn't have a shade on here. Retails for $10. Again, we did get another. I want to say the other one I got is blue, like a turquoise. Again, couldn't tell you what color because there's no shade name on here. This one's like a light purple. Very, very pretty. Very sheer. You could use this as like a highlighter because there's not much of a color base to that, so it's definitely going to be more of a toppery. The blue one that I have, I'm pretty sure has a little bit of a base to it, but yeah, something like this, especially if you were going to like a costume party and you were doing like fairy or mermaid, and this is really, really pretty. So there's that. And then the palette is what I'm most excited for. This is from Dee Dee's Signature. This is a brand, it's woman-owned. It's a black beauty brand. She had the brand and then shut down for a while and then kind of rebranded a little bit and came back. I wanted to try her palettes for a while. She has a really cool looking, it's a little quad. It's called Pumpkin Spice. The duochrome that's in there looks really pretty, but it's one of those, I just have not jumped on this. She had a holiday palette this year. Jingle Bell, Jingle Ball, something like that. Looked really pretty. I was kind of burnt out with holiday palettes, so I didn't get it, but I'm excited to try this. This is some sort of the Ultimate Cappuccino. So there's the packaging, and this retails for $34. So the pricing is not bad. And again, I've been wanting to try her formula. So we're probably just gonna do something simple like a matte in the crease, and then I'll put one of the shimmers on the lid just to be able to see it. So yeah, very, very pretty. Excited to try this brand out. So let's jump into a little bit of the primer. It's probably gonna be extra glittery because I still have shimmer on my hands from that. Just gonna squirt like that much of just the hydrating primer, and then we'll put, excuse me, a little bit of this in there. Like a little pump. This is a pretty product. Here's a better look at it. It does dry down, so that's why I wasn't like, it says you can put it on without, but it dried down pretty quick. So if you use this underneath makeup by itself, I would work pretty fast, because I feel like I put it down on my hand and it was like already starting to dry, and this is probably gonna get in my hair, but it's all right. And then I almost wiped my eyebrows off. I never do them before stuff like this, so that's why it probably looks a little bit awkward. There's a little bit of a smell from the highlighter. I know it's the highlighter because I just used this and there wasn't much of a smell, but not this. It kind of smells like crayons a little bit. It doesn't smell bad, but definitely something to keep an eye on, because a product like this with that kind of smell, like when it goes rancid, it's gonna smell really bad. But I have other products like that that do that, where you just kind of have to keep an eye on them. So there is that. I'm gonna go do some concealer, I think just under my eyes and maybe like T-zone area, just to brighten my face up a little bit, and then we'll take a look. Oh, and I'm gonna, my Kosas Cloud Set Powder in Airy fell out of my Ipsy bag last month. My bag came broken. There's glitter, or not glitter, liquid highlighter under my nails. They sent me a replacement, which was nice. So I'm gonna use that to set, just because I haven't gotten to try it yet. I'm not gonna do that part on camera, but that's the powder I'm gonna use. And then I have a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo powder also if I need that, but I'm gonna do that really quick and then I'll come to my base makeup. I did start to put a little bit of powder highlighter on just out of my It Cosmetics beauty book, which is, you know, what I used for bronzer, and a little bit of blush. I did use the Kosas Cloud Set and a little bit of my e.l.f. Halo powder just to set the concealer, and I just put some NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I have two different shades. I have a darker shade and a lighter shade. I don't know what the shades are because they have a bunch of oh, I see. Natural and Alabaster are the two shades. So put some of that on. I don't love the smell. Is it coming off of this? I don't love it mixed with the primer, but there is a smell, and I'm very sensitive to smells, so just because I can smell it and don't like it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to smell it. Again, my sense of smell is really strong. I'm just going to tap some of this on. Like I said in the other part, when I was doing it on my hand, it dries down really fast, so you kind of got to move quickly. So yeah, I'm a little like hesitant just to rub this on my face, but it doesn't seem, yeah, I don't love the smell of this. And then mixed with that primer, it's definitely got a weird smell, but that's just the combination between those two. I don't have to mix it. I can't tell if that looks, again, I did put it on top of a little bit of powder. That was my fault, so we'll just leave it like that. I don't dislike this product, but it's definitely liquid highlighter, but it's not chunky. So I definitely think the best way that I will probably use it is like what I did, where I put it in with like a primer or a moisturizer, something like that. I could try it in with some foundation, but I don't dislike it. I don't necessarily think I love it on its own, but I'm not a huge liquid highlight person. I'm just not. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this on top of it just for fun, because I don't think this is gonna go on my eyes today. Because again, this doesn't have much of a base. I'm gonna work out of the safety seal just because I think I'm gonna get a decent amount, just because this is really pretty, and like I said, there's not much of a colored base to it. So something like this, even though it's got the micro shimmers in it, could be really pretty. And I'll scoot you back at the end, take a look. But there's the little, I forget what they called this. I've already lost the card. It's just a duochrome powder. But again, being that sheer, I don't mind a little micro shimmer. I like being sparkly. And then I just moved my brush. I just put, that's not the right brush. I can't see very well if you couldn't tell. I put a little bit of concealer on my lids. So we're just going to go in with some sort of a brush here. And we will test out the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to just be kind of boring and maybe try this brown, maybe with a little bit of that brown, just to see formula here. Now, it would be better probably with an actual primer, but I'm going to take this off anyway when I go upstairs, so. There's no reason to go like crazy with it. This is the shade Mocha. I like the little pops of color. I'm not sure what that has to do with a cappuccino. You'll have to let me know. I mean, coffee cups sometimes are colorful, but I like the little pops of color. You've got kind of a burgundy, there's a pink, there's a pretty like teal shimmer in here. And we'll use a little bit of Frappuccino. It's a little bit of like a camel color. They're blending out really nicely. And like I said, I don't have much on my eyelids. So if you're not an eyeshadow primer person, I don't think you'd have any issues getting some color payoff from this brand. They seem pretty smooth. I'm not having any issues blending. There's a light cream color. I'm just gonna throw that in towards the top. French vanilla. Very, very pretty. That was really easy. And then we could throw like hot chocolate, the darker shade just out here. Don't have to do a lot. And I'm not tapping in very hard, so the pigmentation is there. And then I could see with something like the Gerard Clean Canvas, or if I had put a little bit more concealer on, getting even more color payoff than what we've got. But really easy to blend. I'm not doing much to it. I'm using one of my Game Beauty brushes. I really like Game Beauty. Let me get something to clean this off. Really, really nice. So just kind of set up a basic crease, and then do I have a flat brush? I can't see that far. There's a small one. Let's try to just use this one. I think this is Alamar Cosmetics. I want to use Pumpkin Spice. It's just like almost an antique gold kind of a shade. And again, I barely tapped in. It's so pretty, and it's really smooth. Again, there's no glitter primer, but that would amp it up even more. And then I'll put a little bit of Latte in the inner corner. Those are pretty. I really, really like those. And then I'm just taking a little bit of Pumpkin Spice on that flat brush just to get it down where I couldn't reach. And then let's try Americano maybe on the bottom. Make sure this is clean. This is a slightly denser, stubby, like fluffy brush. I like these kind for under. Well, let's just go in. Caramel French Toast is the shimmery blue. Be able to see that better. Oh, that's pretty. It's got like a purpley shift to it. Again, this is the color, like I don't know what this has to do with cappuccinos, but that's pretty. Could see that being really pretty all over the lid because like I said, it's got kind of a purpley shift, but if you're somebody that doesn't like a lot of color or you don't use color often, I've done this in videos, do a little bit in the inner corner or like what I just did underneath, just put a little bit underneath, give you a little pop of color. And then I like to take some sort of a chubbier fluffy brush. For something like this, we'll use Mocha, that shade that we started with, just underneath. I like the lower lash line to be a little bit more smoked out. I also think it kind of helps conceal some of those fine lines. It is kind of a stark contrast between the inner corner, so you could go in and drag some more of like latte underneath. Then I'll swatch the shimmers. So there is the French toast. You can see there's the shift that's really, really pretty. There's that. Here's latte. Really, really pretty. That's what I put in the inner corner. That one feels a little flaky. I would use glitter primer with that. Americano, again, is like a, it looks orange, but there's a yellow like to orange shift. And then pumpkin spice is the one we put all over the lid. So we'll put it, and again, there's a shift. So pretty. I'm gonna do the lips off camera, and then I'm gonna move you so that you can see kind of how the highlighter and everything liner all by itself before I put the gloss on, and then I'll do the gloss on camera. I wasn't going to, but it is thick, but it's not as bad. Like I just did one little, like I'm somebody that doesn't like gloss, so I just did one little pass on the bottom and then rubbed my lips together. It is thick, but it's not like stringy and goopy, so that's good. I was worried about it because it is a thick formula, but the color is nice. I think on bare lips you probably see a little bit of a tint, but not a lot, and it does look nice over this color. So I'm gonna put my glasses on and I'll scooch you back so you can see. This is, you can kind of see the highlighter. I actually like this better for a highlighter than this. Again, I'm not a liquid highlighter person, so that's no like dig at the product. I do think for me personally, the way I will use this is probably mixed in with moisturizer as a primer under foundation. I tend to use lighter coverage complexion products, or like what I did today where I just have, you know, concealer in the T-zone so that more of that glow is coming through, or I do super light coverage foundation or tinted moisturizer. So I definitely like it better for that. It worked fine with this, but I'll try it with like a regular moisturizer. This is a little bit on the thicker side, so, and I didn't love the combination of the smell that I was getting from that, but that's not anything wrong with either one of the products. It's just not reacting well. I use these concealers again. I don't love the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. A lot of people do. It works fine. I have to be careful because my skin is really dry and dehydrated, and this can look cakey on me if I'm not careful. Like I don't love the way it looks in here, but it's set fine. This seems like a nice powder. I used a little bit of my newer e.l.f. Halo Glow also, and then went in with this, but I do like this powder. It seems really nice. It is really comparable to my CoverGirl like clean powder in the, I think it's a pink compact, but I like this and I'm happy that I finally got one. If you needed an update on that, I like Appeals lip liners. I have a couple already, and then I have a couple of gel eyeliners, so I know I like their formula. I just hate sharpening these. This I think is nice. It's a nice like eyeshadow topper, but again, I was able to use it kind of as an iridescent sparkly highlighter. This seems fine. I'll keep it. I don't know how much I'll use it. I am seeing, is that glitter from me? I was gonna say, it looks like it was on the outside of the tube. I was like, there was different shade variants because in the description it seemed like some people may have gotten ones that had shimmer in them. This one does not. It's just shiny. And then I really like the palette. I'm really impressed with this brand. Makes me wanna, like, maybe closer to Christmas time, pick up their Christmas palette from last year. Now that I know I like the formula, the mattes blended out super easy, barely had to dip in. They were pigmented but easy to blend. And then these shimmers are, the duochromes in here, really, really nice. So I like this palette. And then for eyebrows, I tried out my Dominique brow pencil. I think I got this last month in a Ipsy or BoxyCharm. I am not the person for this. This is one of those like weird, I was able to use it and make it work. It's supposed to be for like micro blading, but my eyebrows are so sparse. Something like this is hard. I was able to make it work, and then there is like a spoolie, and then this weird, like, I think it's meant to sharpen the point. It almost looks like a washboard from back in the day, but that's what I have on my eyebrows. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know if you liked the try on portion. I can keep doing it or I can skip it. It doesn't really make any difference to me. So let me know what you guys would prefer to see. But yeah, at least as far as the products that I think I'm going to keep, I definitely don't mind doing a try on. So again, if you want to see that in all of my subscription boxes, let me know and I can go back to doing that. Thank you guys so much. If you are new, again, make sure you subscribe if you don't or haven't. I'm really tired and I have not been feeling well today. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye everybody.